Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody joining us right now. It's a real late late evening. We gonna get on here and talk about exactly what went down today. We're gonna get a quick summary of exactly what we decided to do. And I just want to say once again, shout out to all the people in the community. Shout out to everybody that's recently been supporting us and joining us all across the different platforms. The real true supporters, and we've been working really hard to get all the bozos out of here and keep the community very, very protected, as well as to protect the content and just keep it real exclusive. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's continuing to support us, the movement, and all like-minded people that are being have been able to use gematria to their advantage, and both financially, peace of mind, mentally, spiritually, whichever way you're doing it. Shout out to you for being able to take advantage of that, take it to the next level, and just support positive and progressive thinking as well as positive and progressive action. So shout out to you on that tip, and I really appreciate all the supporters. Definitely, as you can see, we work into the late nights. It's always a late night, but shout out to the people that continue to support us, and um, for everybody out there who's not already a member of the community, you guys might want to hurry up and sign up. Stop being taken advantage of, stop being led astray, stop supporting people that don't support you back. There's a lot of people out there that don't specifically care about you personally, or the work that they might be putting out, or whatever the case may be. So support yourself, respect yourself, and support those who really deserve it. So shout out to everybody that's continuing to put in the work. We have we took like the last day off or so we didn't really put out no work, especially with the NBA trade deadline that just recently happened. So we were examining that. That's really a day that people love to move the chess pieces on the checkerboard, as they say, comparing it to Freemasonry and stuff like that. So, that was a very big observation day for us. And, we caught a lot of big clues that's been going on with what they're trying to do in the NBA specifically. So today, we'll get into today's play real simple. There was a lot going on all across. There was NBA, NHL, but we don't do that. We don't focus on the NHL. We put out one play today specifically. We gave out one play, and that is all. Don't really, see too many people attacking this stuff the way that we are. And so let's get into the play, because there was a lot of stuff that we could have done today. And first thing we're going to do, so I want you guys to pay attention to this. So this right here, this is this was basically the spreads, the money line prices for today's games. As you can see, there was a bunch of crazy games. Brooklyn minus 270. You had the Milwaukee Bucks minus $240. You had the let's see what else. You had the Portland Trailblazers minus $550. As well as the Utah Jazz minus $550. And also you had the Atlanta Hawks minus $280. So all of these are severe favorite. These are prices, and these are games that you will not benefit off of. These are games that we never ever recommend. We do not attack these type of prices or these type of games. Minus 300, minus 400 plays. That's never something that we do, and you'll never see me on here congratulating myself for a minus 500 play or whatever the case may be. But I just wanted you guys to see, because there wasn't really too much to offer specifically today, unless you wanted to take like one of the one of the big favorites. So especially on the day today, we always like to attack lines that we can make money off of, and the way that we delivered it today was another amazing play. So you guys might want to always pay attention to what's on the slate. As I always say, The NBA controls their schedule. I do not control their schedule or the games that they have on their schedule. I can only, um, provide to you what I see and what they give me. So I just wanted to show you guys this betting sheet so you guys could see like how many of the favorites today or how many of the teams that won today were huge fucking favorites. But also there was a couple of upsets as well. So we'll get into that. And that's one of the reasons why you never play minus 300 or minus 500 money line favorites, because that is a losing recipe. So let's get into the play today. So as you can see, the Brooklyn Nets, they winded up defeating the Detroit Pistons. Didn't really have nothing to do. Obviously that's not gematria. That's just a way better team. As well as you can see the Portland Trailblazers. They made some moves at the trade deadline. They ended up being Orlando, who just basically just gutted their team. Shout out to everybody that listened to the recommendation today and the things we specifically pointed out about the Memphis and the Utah game. As you can see, Utah was a minus 500 favorite. They ended up winning the game. But we did point out all the amazing things that were sticking out for the Memphis Grizzlies. And because they were playing back-to-back, that made the game very tricky. Now, we didn't recommend this game, but as I often point out, when underdogs do have a good riddle, they more than likely will cover the spread. So that's what tends to happen. The spread was Utah minus 9.5. As you guys can see, Memphis ended up covering the spread. They only lost by 3 points. So shout out to all my sharks and all my veterans that knew to attack that game or add that game in the parlay with the points. Memphis Grizzlies plus 9.5, easy cover. So shout out to you guys. That comes from experience. That comes from being a veteran. It's not something that everybody else could do. Everyone else could do, but you will do it from experience. So, shout out to everybody who's been here for a while and knows exactly how to move around the gematria landscape when approaching these NBA scripted outcomes and predetermined games. So getting right back into what we were doing today. So the play of the day, the play. So we had the Los Angeles Lakers to win this game money line. Okay. Now when this game opened up, it was about minus 150, minus 155, 160 money line price. Los Angeles Lakers, no LeBron James, no Anthony Davis, no problem. Doesn't matter, okay? Because these games are not actual fair competition. These are predetermined outcomes. I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why. Okay, so for this game, as you guys can see, the Cleveland Cavaliers picked up their 16th away loss, right? Now today was a 16-date numerology, okay? 16-date numerology. The Cleveland Cavaliers picked up their 16th away loss playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now Los Angeles equals 53 in reverse full reduction. We talk about numbers and their relationships. 53 is the 16th prime number. And today was a 16-date numerology. As you guys can see, the Cleveland Cavaliers picked up their 16th away loss against the 53 team equaling the 16th prime number. That was very cosmetic, right on the surface. Didn't need to be a genius to see that. But there was some other very telling things. Now, as you can see, this was all about the 28 as well. Because the Cleveland Cavaliers picked up their 28th loss of the season, right? On the day, leaving 280 days remaining left in the year. Now, in numerology, 0 has no value. So 280 becomes 28. The Cleveland Cavaliers picked up their 28th loss on the day, leaving 280, a.k.a. 28 days, right, in numerology. And then check out the Lakers in the second half. They scored 28 points in the third quarter and 28 points in the fourth quarter. In case you weren't watching, just to remind you on how important that 28 was playing today. All right? So, and it's always funny how they do that, right? The 28, and that's also the 28 is the 7th triangular number. Cleveland Cavaliers equaling 153, the 17th triangular number, 17 being the 7th prime. Today being a 70-date numerology, and the Cleveland Cavaliers staying on 17 wins for the season. As well as the Los Angeles Lakers staying on 17 losses for the season, right? So the 17 and the 7 always have a connection. But the most obvious thing which pointed to a Los Angeles Lakers victory was the home record, right? So we speak about days of the week and also the 7 classical planets that they're named after. So Friday, right? Friday just happens to equal 36 in the purest cipher. The blue cipher equals 36, right? Okay. So you have the Lakers with the win. They became 15-10 at home, like 151, because in numerology 0 has no value. So 15-10 becomes 151, the 36 prime number. Okay? Friday equaling 36 in the purest cipher. And then their opponent, Cavaliers, equaling 36 in the purest cipher, which is exactly why the Lakers became 15-10. All the 36 prime number, 151, the 36 prime number on Friday equaling 36 against the 3016 Cavaliers equaling 36 in the pure cipher. And also, just to add some icing on top of the cake with the cherry on top, here you go. We got Frank Vogel, right? The coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. As you can see, this win didn't register yet. But he also is sitting on 36 losses as the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. He came into today's game with 80 wins and 36 losses. He remained on 36 losses against the 36 team on Friday, which equals 36 in the purest cipher. The most telling thing about this game. And that's exactly why we attacked this game. So shout out to all my Sharks, okay, that was able to see. Because the Los Angeles Lakers were down at halftime. The Los Angeles Lakers were down 7 points at halftime, which created a positive price of plus 200 for the Los Angeles Lakers, as high as plus 220 for them to come back. They look like dog doo-doo in the first half. Down 7 points to a Cleveland Cavaliers team with no Colin Sexton. The Lakers had no AD. They had no LeBron James. It looked like Montrezl Harrell was going to end up going out with an injury, but he ended up coming back. So down 7 points created a plus 200 price for all my Sharks and all my veterans who know exactly how to attack these games through experience and through being here for so long. Shout out to you guys, because not only did you guys take advantage of the game prior to the game of an amazing price plus minus 150, minus 155, but you jumped back on the game at halftime, either plus some amount of points or you jumped on a plus 200, plus 220 line for the Los Angeles Lakers to have a comeback win. And that's exactly what they did, scoring 28 in the third quarter and 28 in the fourth quarter to give the Cavaliers their 28th loss of the season. And this game was all about 36, okay, and 29. And as you can see, 29 is a number that plays with this team all the time. Los Angeles equaling 109, which is the 29th prime number. Today we also had a 29 date numerology. It was the 26th day of the month of March, so 26 plus 3 equals 29. The Lakers picked up their 29th victory on their 29 date numerology, where Los Angeles equals 109, the 29th prime number. All these things matter. All these things are very important. And shout out to everybody that was able to take advantage of it, whichever way you did it. At the beginning of the game, during the game, at halftime. There was multiple ways for you to do it. And people are just learning and gaining experience from what we're showing them and how we're showing them these things tend to happen. So shout out to everybody that's really doing that, because they're taking it upon themselves to attack and take certain approaches, strategic approaches to how they attack these games. And every single day it's getting better and better and better. So pat yourselves on the back. Shout out to you. And also, obviously, yes, we had another perfect day. So shout out to everybody that's supporting us and following us and moving with us and support and showing us love, because, we gave out one play today. There was a lot going on. There was several games on, but as I showed you guys, there was not a lot of amazing prices that was going across the NBA. And there was also a lot of opportunities to put yourself in a bad position by jumping on some of these big money line games. That is not something I ever recommend, and that is a losing mentality. Okay, I can recommend a minus 400 play every single day, and if that's the case. But that's not what we do here. We like to stay within a certain range that continues to be beneficial for the people that support us, for the people that watch this content, for the people that want to take advantage of this number system, of how we're able to predict and consistently show results using gematria when it comes to these scripted sports outcomes all across the NBA, the MLB, as well as the NFL, which are and as well as the NCAA. We've put out about 8 or 9 plays in the NCAA, and we're 8-1 in NCAA plays. So shout out to everybody that's showing us love, supporting us. You know, multiple underdogs. So if you're not already part of the community, come over, join the community. Stop getting taken advantage of. Stop being asleep. Stop supporting people that don't support you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, this is exactly what we're showing. So everybody who doubts to play, I'm gonna just show you guys real quick so you guys can see that we definitely recommended to play Los Angeles Lakers money line, 2-win money line. That's exactly what we do. That was exactly the play of the day. So shout out to everybody. I appreciate you guys. And this was basically just a quick summary on on how we attacked it today. Tomorrow we got the NCAA. We'll probably be focusing on that, or it depends between that and the NBA. So yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate you guys. Have an amazing night. Show some love. The Cash App is right there. Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal if you're not aware. And come back, drop some positive comments, positive feedback. So another clear cut, amazing decode, amazing opportunity, and the Sharks and everybody that's here is continuing to eat off this work. So shout out to yourself, shout out to myself. I put in a lot of work to set myself apart from anybody else, and continue to let the work speak for itself. So have a good night on that note. Continue to be positive and support those who support you. Think about all the things you're grateful for. Appreciate your life. Appreciate your blessings. And on that note, have a good night. Salute.